Go into game number 1 on the red side, facing off against VISU Gaming. This is our overlay. Jenny, look what I can do. I can touch the wards.
Wait a minute.
No, you're stuck in a box. I can look at the look. This is the map.
No.
This is the top lane, Jen.
No, hear me out. I can point at our sponsors, so I'm not sure like which of us here, like, you know, production prefers, but like, yo, check out Red Bull, check out Logitech.
I know, right? Oh yeah, think our sponsors, Jenny. Might as well, like you're already at it. Might as well, right? They're all to your side, right? Aegon, VISU, Herman Miller as well.
Yep, we'd like to, of course, thank our sponsors. For without whom this would not have been possible. We've got Red Bull, we've got Legion by Lenovo, we've got Logitech, we've got Aegon, we've got Herman Miller, and we have C Sonic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny. There you go. See, it's a sponsor. Spotify.
Oh, level 1 fight. Level 1 fight.
Let's go.
I love
They're going in. Oh, they don't care.
The
they're going in.
They've got 3. They've got just enough to proc the Braum stun. Yo, we saw this yesterday. Come on.
They're going for it. I mean, Udyr is not in a position. Wait, is Udyr in a position to actually go for it? Nautilus goes in, gets the hook off. 4 members on VISU. This is a trap, and it's hook, line, and sinker. First blood falls for VISU. The girls are starting to pull back. Cultist is still in a position to try to fight it off, but the smite comes down, and Udyr gets the buff. I mean, game 1, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. I was, you know, I thought they might go for the level 1 rebuff invade again, and turns out VISU saw the games yesterday and also thought that G2 Hell were gonna go for the same level 1 invade, but they got one more person, they 4v3'd it, so it was just, you know, man diff, I think, at the start. It's kind of rough for Sejuani because she already has like a pretty slow clear at the start of the game. Generally, like Udyr is one of those junglers who, if they don't get a buff early on, they're pretty much screwed, right? Like, you really need your double buff at the start as Udyr. So I think VISU like wanted to make sure that Udyr didn't fall behind, because we're talking about Udyr being the key in this composition to snowball Gangplank, to snowball Jinx. So if your Udyr loses his red buff at level 1, that's pretty much the end of the game for VISU, right? Because you don't get Udyr rolling, you get none of the
Yeah.
So
I'm actually curious
they put a lot into it.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was it. I'm done.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say, because I'm curious to see what the Udyr actually is gonna build into, because the builds that I saw where he went Prowler's Claw, I'm not completely familiarized what he's building lately, but the last time I saw an Udyr in play, it was with the Hail of Blades, going Prowler's Claw, full damage, really aggressive build. But with the Conqueror, I guess it's a little bit more standard. I'm not sure, honestly, but he's going for the full clear. He's already got the full clear. We're at 330 now. They're already starting to trade off the Scuttle Crabs. Karina's a little bit behind in the jungle because of the early mishap. But as you would expect as well, top lane Lysia pushed in and not really letting Gangplank do anything.
Yeah, I mean, the Gnar, bit of a lane bully. I think, you know, you've got more range with the boomerang. You have a lot of mobility. As long as you can kind of position your minion wave very well, you always can, you know, hop onto the minion, bounce out, get out to safety, whereas Gangplank's really reliant on, like, you know, barrel placement, the mechanics, and the speed, and making sure you can chain those barrels. So he does have some sustain, of course, with the oranges, but, you know, you don't really want to push out that far on Gangplank. You're very susceptible to ganks, so we'll see. I mean, Lysia does have the ward over in River. It's gonna expire soon, and we're at around, like, level 4 right now for the jungler. So we'll see if either side really want to go for
wait, Karina?
First gank. Wait a minute.
Wait, are they gonna? They changed their minds. They're actually going for the Nautilus. Oh, I know. I saw what they were trying to do. They're like going over the wall, try to trap Jinx in, but they got confused on who to target. Oh man, neither of them got killed. Oh, that's okay. Nice attempt here by G2 Hell. Also, Cultist on a different build for Varus, going with Hail of Blades, going on hit instead of poke lethality, which she actually went for yesterday.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because we thought that she was going to go for the poke build, but then GT Hill picked Brown. So they're kind of showing that, like, you know, they're not going for the poke support, they're also not going to go for the poke Varus, right? So that makes a lot of sense. You go for the on-hit, you can kind of combine it with the Brown passive of the Brown stun. So you get, like, a very strong 2v2, like, in-your-face 2v2. So, like, you're not playing that poke Varus this time. So a good little adaptation, I think.
Yeah.
They are behind, though, about, like, 10 plus in terms of CS. The fact that VISU are able to, you know, win that little skirmish just now with Karina in the river means that they do have prio over the first dragon, which they're going to pick up pretty easily right now. It's not really the end of the world. They're about 1,000 gold up, but the thing is, we've been talking about how GTL have a great team fighting 5v5 composition. So this type of like deficit at the start is not that bad.
No, not at all. Okay, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen now in the mid game, because we do know that the girls have some difficulties coming back. We saw them have some difficulties yesterday when coming back from behind, but hopefully they'll start to get a game plan going, because we haven't seen Tifa really get into play as well. She's been farming in the mid lane alongside the Karma. So curious to see what kind of interactions the Seraphine can bring to the team.
They're pretty much playing safe, right? Because I know we talked earlier about Jinx being the main carry for VISU, but the thing is, Countess on the Varus is also pretty much the only big damage dealer for the side of G2 Hell. So I think probably what they're wanting to do, their playbook is just going to be wait till 6, wait till they can team fight, and that's really when they're going to spike, and then maybe win things from there. Because right now, like, they're not really wanting to be all that risky before they hit that level 6 mark.
The dragon's already fallen. VISU so far having control of the objectives, but G2 taking a step back in terms of aggressiveness. Try to go for the early game aggressiveness. Didn't work out now. Trading in mid lane. What's up?
Yeah, she's out of mana though, so she can't really.
There's the tier. Yeah. And teleport's also down.
Recall. Yeah, so I think they called Braum over to kind of like help her out a bit in the lane. So yeah, Tifa's not gonna base because she has this big wave that's pushing in that she doesn't really want to lose because she's already down about 1 wave in CS already.
Okay.
So she's gonna clear that one, probably like, you know, Q, get the last of that wave, and then head back to base. You do see Karina over in the top side. I think she's getting the top side scuttle, probably want to convert that into Shelly.
Maybe, yeah.
And she might come to help, like, push out mid. We'll see.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Tifa, no mana. But this could be bait. Karina's right over the wall. Might be looking for the flash. They're running away from Udyr, though. Not the best position. And Jinx is also in the mid lane. Mega Death Rocket misses. The Nautilus might be in trouble. The flash in from the Karma trades a kill for a kill. G2 do get a trade-off. This is... that was ambitious by VISU, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they just managed to thread the needle on that one to pick up the kill. I mean, Super Mega Death Rocket missing, you know, that's one ultimate down. They're
inside the cannon barrage, though. Colomb is actually trying to stop them. Lysia does secure the kill on Udyr. Shelly is safe for the time being. G2 Hell could regain control over this side of the map.
Yeah, so this is a great rotation from G2 Hell. They recognize that Shelly is an important neutral objective to take right now, and they're going to commit a lot of resources and pull all 5 members of the team here to just secure it, make sure that they do pick it up. And
this time around, there's no bard to stop our Shelly plays. Because yesterday, we had, in the 2 games... or in the first 2 games where Garden Gaming were using the Bard, we took all the Shellys and we used 0 of them because every single time Shelly went for the headbutt, Bard would just ult a tower. Fun times.
The ultimate not today for you, which just, I mean, I just get so demoralized when I play versus a good Bard, you know? He just has that, like, absolute deny, just, like, in your face. He just, like, wanders around getting me, then like ease out to safety is just so annoying. But yeah, G2 Hell this time around, you don't have to face off versus the bar. They managed to pull the gold difference down to only 200 to 300 gold after the Shelly pickup. So that's a very good thing that's going in their favor. We'll see where they do decide to drop her. We'll see which lane they want to utilize that
Yeah.
in. But
There's still 4 minutes before the plates drop, so they have time to secure a play and maybe get a good use off the Shelly. Also, you have a fan in chat, Jenny.
what?
You have a fan in chat.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Mr. Johnny Boy. Look at that. Wait, there's a fight in the bot lane. We got the kill. Let's go. Cologne in the front line. No damage coming through from the Jinx. Well played. And now we have Dragon. This is amazing. We came back. Oh boy.
Oh,
Tifa.
Tifa in her own jungle.
Tifa.
Oh,
well,
she's dead.
no,
dead.
she's not.
Oh,
Karma Karma cannot go for that. If Karma goes for that, she's gonna trade the kill and guarantee Dragon for G2. They still have a chance to steal Dragon here.
Yeah, I kind of feel like VISU can't really try and contest this Dragon anyway. So the good thing is Tifa is forced to like not back right now. Oh, the collapse.
Oh, Smite! We win Smite! Let's go!
Karina coming in clutch.
Doesn't matter. It was a worthy sacrifice, Karina. It was a worthy sacrifice. They want more, but they can't get more. What?
Thank you for your sacrifice, Karina. To secure the Hextech Dragon. I think VISU probably thinking of going for the dive over in bot, but deciding against it. So they are going to head back to base right there. We are still down in CS over in the bot side. However, Calties did pick up the kill, so it's gonna bump her up to this like gold lead that she's gonna have over the Jinx. Jinx, however, does have Noon Quiver and the Berserker's Greaves, so she's going for attack speed. Whereas, as you mentioned,
Cultist is
Varus
not
is
going for
on
hit, actually. Cultist.
She's going for the lethality.
Yeah, she's going for the lethality, but she traded the Comet for Halo Blades. I guess yeah, you get that burst of attack speed to actually proc Braum's passive when need be. Makes sense. It still makes sense. Like your point still stands. But she is going for the lethality. I mean, it worked yesterday perfectly. Man, Tifa cannot breathe with the Karma in front of her.
Yeah, she can't catch a break over here in the mid lane. It's kind of hard to land the E. Like, Seraphim's E is a bit tricky, right? Because it's a slow, you need to have it hit twice for you to really get the root. But the thing is, it's also a bit of a slow projectile. So if you're Karma, you can pretty much E yourself, kind of guarantee that you're never really going to get hit by the Seraphim's slow in the first place. So it makes it so that it's easy for Karma to dodge, but it's hard to dodge her attacks. But
that's
right
a Herald in the mid lane.
Game.
Sleepy is going to try to trade it off. Tifa might be in trouble. The flash is up. She's baiting the fight. Karina is in a good position. The Herald is tanking the tower. The flash comes out. Go, Karina. Kill her. No, she gave up on it. It's okay. It was too deep. It was too deep, and Udyr was coming.
I gotta give credit where credit is due. Sleepy is so good on the sidestep. She pretty much just fancy-footed her way out of that one over in mid. If she hadn't dodged, I think it was the Q, the last one close to her tower by Sejuani, she would have been dead. But she managed to dodge that one along with everything else before that. So yeah, I think Karma's been doing very well. We've seen actually twice right now where if Karina wasn't in the mid lane, Tifa probably would have died twice already.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is kind of like the bait, you know, but still.
Wait, what are you?
Ooh, Brahma.
I don't think that that's a good idea to actually try to go for that fight. Karina's also in the bot lane. Super Mega Death Rocket tanked by Karina. Yeah, the Cannon Barrage is a little bit too much. But hey, great. I mean, amazing counter gang here by G2 Hell. I'm honestly, I'm sold. This game could still go either way, but the more the game goes on, the better G2 Hell look, honestly.
Yeah, we've been talking all along, right, that G2 Hell are strongest at the 5v5, and we're saying that VISU, the crux of this, is going to be how snowbally and how much of an impact they can make on the early to mid game ganks. So far, they actually haven't had that much of an impact, right? Because they're not that far ahead at 15 minutes in. They're only like, what, 1,000 gold up. So if we are even in gold, G2 Hell have the better team fight. So that's really what the crux is going to be. We haven't seen a full-on 5v5 team fight yet. I think that's really just in terms of how well VISU can play out the composition, I think was always the question.
Ooh, I like that. So first item for Kaltis was actually Yomu's Ghostblade with the Lucidity boots. She wants that movement speed. She wants to be.
It's the faster back into lane. You know, you go back, you buy, you press.
And the disengage because you still need to outrun a new deer. I mean, right? You want to. You don't want that Udyr on top of you. That thing hurts, man. He's going also AP Udyr. Oh wait, is that It is Demonic Embrace Udyr. I like it. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, because Kaltis doesn't have cleanse this time around, so like, you know, Nautilus and like the comp that VISU have, so she's going for the heal. So Yomu's Ghostblade would help a bit to give her that extra little mobility. G2 gonna pick up the second Shelly, so this is great for them. You know, they are putting a lot of emphasis on the neutral objectives. It is 16 minutes, so no Tower Blade gold to be had. But
didn't Shelly have?
I'm not sure if they know Udyr's in the bush.
They know now. They know now, and they want to go for the fight. Nautilus is as good as dead as it stands, because there's a lot of damage going his way. Now they want to disengage and refocus their attention on Karma. Karma still has no flash from the last fight. That's a double kill for Kaltis! G2 Hell are looking amazing here in the mid game.
Once again, Super Mega Death Rocket isn't going to land. My god, I thought that was for sure going to be a double kill, but...
Oh, Cologne. Oh, fine. Fine, just take it.
It's fine. She's a support, you know. Supports die a lot anyway, you know. Just
she wanted the, she wanted the fast back. She just wanted the fast back. That fast back life, you know.
It's the you know, Faker recall, right? You always see like Faker doing those like risky recalls in the bush, and then he gets punished for it, and you're like, good enough for Faker, good enough for me. So bye, Cologne. We'll see you in like another 5 seconds or so. Do you know what I love too about the Udyr is that it's being played by Bus Driver, and I feel like if you're a jungler and you name yourself Bus Jungler, you should pretty much only play champs like Udyr, like Sion, like Zac, like Vi, and like I feel like that should be your brand, you know?
Oh man, I wonder if that is his brand. I mean, it's completely possible. We don't know. We don't actually know too much about their champion pool, but we have 5 games to fight, or depends on how G2 Hell stack. But if this series goes to length, we have 5 games to figure out if that's actually his pool, which honestly would be amazing. But yeah, so far, oh, Navori. Okay, so 2 items on Gangplank. He's starting to become dangerous here. He's got the Navori and he's got the Essence Reaver.
Oh, yeah. I was really curious what the Gangplank was going to build into, right? Because you have a whole bunch of different type of Gangplank builds you can go for. There's the tank plank, there's the crit plank, there's the splits plank, you know? So I was kind of curious to see what he was going to go for this time around. And oh, charging up the Q. Varus, of course, if you use the W when your enemies are lower and you just like spend a couple seconds to charge in, turn it out on your Q does decent amounts of damage. Hook gonna land.
That's not an ideal scenario here. Even though Karma is coming bot lane, they want to go for the full engage. Karma's here. Lizzie is trying to gain some distance. Teleports are gonna be up soon enough from both top lanes. Or actually, Gangplank already has his. Lizzie is waiting for hers.
That's the strength of the Braum, right? The Braum versus the Nautilus as well. The Nautilus just hooks in, Braum just pops his shield up as well. So it's kind of, Tifa.
Tifa with a flash, and Karina does not want to fight that either. Okay.
No biggie.
No biggie. Dragon's gonna be up. We're gonna have the Hextech Soul, right? Yeah. Oh wait, they took Dragon actually. Never mind. Yeah, they just took Dragon.
Yeah, it's 3 more minutes for the next one. Yeah, you could see in the minimap also, I think that VISU were considering having the Jinx, like pulling the Jinx over to help out over in mid just now during that skirmish, but then kind of thought better about it. They were like, you know, we need to get this we need to protect our Jinx. We need to make sure she's our main carry, and she's already about 50 CS, actually up on Varus. However,
Right.
Kalthis does have those 3 kills right now,
Yeah.
so there's a pretty good bounty. Oh, she lost her bounty. She had like 150 bounty. It just disappeared as we were talking. But now Kalthis has that 200 bounty as well. So kind of like both sides really want to be playing a bit careful in terms of their hyper carries.
Yeah.
Kraken Slayer also. Kraken Slayer PD being built
Kraken
for
Slayer,
the
Phantom
Jinx. She's
Dancer.
just finished her Phantom Dancer as well. So it's gonna be
So it's gonna
doing
be a
a
kill the
lot
Jinx type
in
of
the team
game.
fight. Yep.
Okay.
It's gonna be pretty much if you lose, it's gonna be one of those games where your team is like, why did no one aim the Jinx? Come on. It's gonna be one of those games. It's what we're feeling here.
I mean, so far, G2 Hell are doing really, really well here. They're able to dismantle VISU's composition and bring it back at them. Because, like, VISU have an incredible, a very strong front end engage, but it fizzles out as soon as they, if they don't manage to connect a kill, they don't have resets, they don't manage to keep up with it, and G2 Hell have a great counter engage, as we've already seen in 2 fights now. We're 21 minutes in, there's still a lot of game to be played still. Again, this game playing is starting to look scary the more this game goes on. And I guess Udyr is the champion in this game right now?
The thing I'm worried about is because VISU look like they've gone very aggressive in terms of all of their champion builds, right? Because you have not, you have Gangplank and you have Udyr, so you kind of think that you do have a front line, but then you've got, you know, the build that Gangplank's going for, you've got the Demonic Embrace, Udyr, and then your Nautilus is support. So their front line is actually not the beefiest front line. Yeah, so that's just kind of my worry with the way that VISU are building. They're kind of just going all in on the damage for everyone.
So someone asked me in chat,
TP?
Jenny,
Yeah? What?
someone asked me if Riruchu's considered your friends. It depends on who's asking, really. It's a matter of view. It's a matter of POV. You know, it's a matter of
it depends on our mood that day.
Exactly. You know, it's a long story, man. It's a very long story.
Yeah, it's been a long friendship. You know, like do you like all of the people you work with? I'm not sure. You know, yeah.
Oh wait, they're chasing down. They're going for the fight. 5 people on G2 Hell. Again, chaotic fight. Look at Lysia. Lysia does manage to pull back Udyr. They have a kill on Kralix. They have no support. They have no CC. So the fight is once again over. VISU take the drag. Wait, no it's not. No it's not. G2 run right back in. Columbus taking a lot of damage, but look at Fizzy. Look at Cultist in the back as well, dealing a lot of damage and doing it for free. As Karma now is in the front line alongside Udyr. Very grindy, very prolonged team fights. They might get the kill on Karma because she is overstepping so much. Look at the damage from Cultist. The healing is immense, but G2 Hell do secure the kill. Grindy fights all over the place.
I mean, are these girls here to play the game, or are these girls here to play with my heart? Because my heart can't take more of this game. Like, that was just bonkers team fighting. I'm a bit sad that, you know, we don't get the replay, but pretty much from what I remember from that fight, it looked as if the Gangplank ultimate kind of did more to zone out VISU than it did to really, like, get damage down onto the G2 Hell team. When you looked at the positioning for that, the Gangplank ultimate was in a spot that actually allowed G2 Hell to tunnel in onto one person. Like, it kind of blocked out 3-4 members of VISU. So they managed to get 1 pick, which means they're already 1% up for the rest of the team fight. And then Sleepy, I think, was trying to get the second W proc for the chain to then finish off Lysia, which is why she was trying to chase so deep. But as you mentioned, just overstepping a bit and then giving up the kill instead. So G2 have done really well. They're about like 1,900 or so. 900 to 1,000 gold down. So yeah, they're doing really well to keep this an even game. And I mean, like, the last 2 fights we saw already, just how good G2 Hell are at playing this 5v5.
No, absolutely. So someone in chat was asking if there's a way to see what runes Jinx was using. I believe I saw her with cookies. Oh my goodness, the damage from Cultists! Oh, everybody goes in on the gameplay. What is this hate? This is criminal. What?
That's just abuse, man.
What?
Someone call the cops.
It's only a
That's not
gameplay.
legal. That's not fair. But I mean, you know, G2 Hell, they got 3 people up top. That means that VC probably have 3 people somewhere else. So they're over in mid. They're actually only right now going for the rotate up top, but kind of like a bit slow in the rotate because the top side tier 2 is already going down. I like the fact that G2 are being very proactive in terms of, you know, just the vision control, ward control, making sure that as they take top 2, they don't come out from the river, they come out from the tri-bush, make sure they clear the vision there as well. It's just this type of like little meticulous detail that they do just really shows how much you're putting into this game and every single little thing that matters. So nicely done from them. We will see Dragon in about 1 minute 45. So as you can see, bottom side river right now is actually pretty dark for the blue side, which is why these two are hitting there right now to set up the vision control. They do know that G2 Hell have pretty much all back to base, which is why they know this is their opportunity. This is their window to get a bit of ward coverage to set up for drag. Blue buff handed over to Seraphine.
No, we do absolutely need to get this dragon, or else VISU will be holding on to the dragon soul. And that's not optimal, honestly. Hey, look, a gold graph. What do we see? We see, oh my goodness, Karina is actually way ahead of the bus dropper, but through a fully forced team fight by G2 Hell. Karma is biting the dust as we speak. Colombo is the one that takes the kill. And now they're starting to back off as they do lose their primary tank. Udir's still trying to push in. Lysia does not have Mega Gnar, not even close to getting it. A Super Mega Death Rocket shuts down Cultist. And that is going to put a stop on G2's team fight. Great shield by Colombo there. They want to wait for Lysia's re-engage, but they are not in a position. They lost most of their damage output.
Yeah, their main carries are down. Also, the problem, kind of like one of the problems of the Sedrani, if you're not tanky enough, you go in for the team fight because your team need you to initiate, and then you pretty much get blown straight up. So that's kind of like what we saw just now. The thing is, they did manage to get Karma, so initial team fight, mid laner for jungler, you know, that's a pretty fair trade. I think we want to take that any day. It's just the follow-up from that. The Death Rocket finally finding its mark this time around to pick up that extra kill. So Dragon, is laughing out, but Lysia's got to be careful.
Wait. Lysia's actually close to getting the Mega Gnar. She needs a couple of more hits, and she should be able to promote a very healthy team fight for G2 Hell. They need to do it for this Dragon, which is already being started by the bus driver. Udyr, Braum in the front line gets caught up, but the shield is up. Look at Varus' ultimate going out. They have the stun on Karma, but they are not able to throw out enough damage. There goes Lysia! A 5-man Mega Gnar up against the wall! And Hell breaks loose in the Dragon Pit as they try to close out the fight, but they're running out of damage output. Unfortunate for G2 Hell. Incredible Gnar by Lysia. Darn.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shame, really. I think that was pretty much one of the best Gnar engages that you could ever hope for when you have the Gnar on your team. I think the timing was just a bit dicey there because we saw Lysia like kind of solo around the river at the start, right? I was taking a look at the ultimate cooldowns actually. At the start of that, I think what GT Hell were waiting for was for Tifa to actually get her ultimate back because she actually got her ultimate kind of like 1/3 into that fight. But it looks like VISU not gonna be content with just the Hextech Dragon. They want to also secure Baron. Can they steal it? Oh, the Q's just a bit too early. I mean, they didn't have vision. It's always like tough to try and snipe that with the Q over the Baron pit. But VISU, like, they're going to have that bit of extra wave clear as well. They do pick up Colombo on the way out. So that 1,000 gold lead that we were talking about earlier has suddenly become about 6k in favor of VISU after the last 5v5.
You have a lot of DPS in the backline of VISU. You don't really have a response here from G2 Hell. Like you could argue that they just want to back off a little bit and let Varus poke, but I don't think it's sufficient.
Yeah. You need the constant DPS, which is what Jinx is
they have
having
way
right
too
now.
much sustain coming from Karma, honestly.
Yeah, the thing is, like, usually, like, if you have a Jinx as a hyper carry, you need to be able to make it through the tanks, right? Because any Jinx comp is pretty much going to be a front to back comp. But hold that thought, Karina.
They
Gonna
popped
Q
Nautilus's
out to
ult.
safety.
They managed to break off
Yeah,
Nautilus's
they
ult,
did.
so it could be a good position. It could be a good timing to maybe try and keep on forcing cooldowns off of VISU. But
The
VISU are just taking
interesting
control
thing
of the
about
map.
the way, yeah, VISU, the way they've been playing the team fights actually is they actually use Gameplay Ultimate to engage. Like, they drop it at the start. A lot of people tend to use Gameplay Ultimate to clean up the fight at the end, but already, you know, VISU breaking into the base. It looks like G2 priming for a fight.
Oh, they got the Gangplank. Gangplank is charmed. He oversteps and they lost a lot of damage on that one. Let's see the follow-up. G2 Hell running down the bot lane. The 4 members of VISU get together and start dishing out damage. And Jinx is doing it pro bono. Karina in the front line getting backed up by Cologne. Gets pulled in. Bus Driver gets the kill. And now G2 are backing off of the fight. This does not look great. And Fizzy is nowhere near to get the Mega Gnar to follow up this fight. But they're poking. Look at the damage coming in. Oh, that was a lot of damage that Lysia took there. Might not want to keep going. Might not want to keep going. One more hit. The smite.
No.
The disrespect on that jungler. Come on, man. You don't smite like that.
Yeah, they kind of smelled blood, but wait, VISU are gonna keep pushing? They do have the Baron empowered minions.
That's ambitious.
This is kind of risky. It is a 3v2, but the thing is, Cologne is already back up. Karina's going to be out in 10 as well. So, oh, I think a couple of them will die here for this inhib.
They have Karma boosting their speed. It's...
Oh man, boosted. Jeez.
Yeah. And now they're still going to be able to get the Baron recall. Yep. Not looking at this team fight. It looked promising, but unfortunately, once again, we ran out of damage in the front line. As soon as Colossus had to back out, yeah.
I think the execution was fine. I think it was more the gold diff. If they were even in terms of golden items, I think that fight would have gone our way. Because execution-wise, I think that actually went pretty well for G2 Hell. I mean, you know, barring the part at the end where maybe, you know, Lysia tried to go back in and then got back into the mini Gnar and then got a bit shredded pretty fast. But besides that, you know, I think the execution was actually pretty good.
All right, so the next big objective should be Elder Dragon. Wait, is that Elder Dragon coming in a minute 30? It could be good if you manage to nab that.
The thing is, this is the crucial dragon, right? Because this is going to be, this is the 4th, but I don't know if G2 Hell have like capability to fight this. Oh, wait a minute, might just be
huge charm in 3 people. They're in the bouncy castle. I'm telling you, they're bouncing all over the place. There goes Lysia! Another 5-man Gnar! Everything goes Hell's way as they pick off the Jinx. VISU have no damage. What a pick from G2 Hell! Karma is turning tail and running, but she gets perma stunned. Perma CC. I also am a fan of playing League of Legends sometimes, but G2 come back. This is amazing. We have Elder Dragon now.
The miracle team fight, and it's 40 seconds to Elder, which means that VISU aren't really going to be able to be up back in time to contest this one.
Wait, are they? Oh my goodness!
Wait
Ouch!
a minute, no.
Ouch! Stop! No, that hurt. That hurt. That hurts. Okay, timeout. Timeout. What was that?
Okay,
what,
BBB. Okay.
What was that?
Don't.
Ouchies!
Don't push it. Don't push it.
I thought Cologne was supposed to be a tank.
I like stopped breathing for a second. I was like, wait, what did I just see?
That was a nasty barrel. That's what it was.
Yep.
He's critting for like 1,500 on those barrels.
Yep. That was not balanced, but it does mean that because they do force the back from members of G2 Hell, it means VISU are actually in a good position to prep for the dragon that has just come up.
Ouchies!
Oh,
Lysia, no! Super Mega Death Rocket also lands. They want that Lysia.
They can't fight. They can't 4v5, but they also can't give up.
You can't give up the. You can't give up Elder. You really can't.
Yeah.
The teleport coming in. Lysia has no Mega Gnar now. The Elder Dragon's already halfway through. They miss all of their ultimates, or at least 2 of them in this scenario. The Elder Dragon is going to get chunked down and taken by VISU. An incredible fight, but one that G2... I think they made the wrong decision going for the mid lane instead of the Elder.
Yeah, I think they thought that they would have time to pick up the mid tier 2 and then head back to base for the dragon because it was 40-second death timers for the squad of VISU. But the thing is, like, Gnar just gets shredded so fast. And once you get poked out, you know, she can't base because they can't team fight 5v4, but you also can't give up Elder, but then you also don't have time to wait for her to come back into the lane. So she was kind of prepared to, you know, go in Meganar and then die. Pretty much was the game plan, and then hopefully her teammates could then 4v5 after the initial ultimate, but just not today. And VISU managed to also convert that into another Baron after the Elder. So GTL kind of running a bit out of options.
They are,
right
and
now.
they're running out of space
They have
as well.
to. They have to fight.
Wait! They're gonna get a pick on Karma.
They're gonna get pincered though.
They are.
They're gonna get
They
pincered
need
from
to
the
finish
back.
this pick, and they need to finish it fast. Oh no! The Elder Dragon is going to get. Wait! It didn't get the trade off on Fizzy. Lysia is still alive and ready to go for the fight here. The Triumph comes in. It's 4v5, but there's a Baron and there's an Elder. The bars are taking super low, and they're burning up with Udir's demonic embrace. The Elder Dragon goes in and chunks everybody down. The Nexus is open, and it's a landslide on the end of this first game. VISU take game 1 on a triple kill for the Gangplank.